Welcome back, my students, and I'm Rafael, your English teacher, and welcome back to everyone here that is watching this amazing video on this YouTube channel. And listen to me, today we're going to be exploring all about this topic that is a fundamental part of the English grammar, that is there is and there are. These expressions are really essential for talking about existence or presence of things, whether in a room, a story, or in your daily life. So, let's go. Let me tell you that by the end of this lesson, you will know exactly when and how to use these phrases correctly and avoid common mistakes and feel confident and express yourselves in public. So let's get started, yeah? Okay, what do they mean? What do there is and there are mean? Let me tell you that these expressions are used to express that something exists or is present in a particular place. So it's very important to understand and think of them as the way of English grammar tell us they are. Something or some things exist. That is very important. And I have some example to think about. For example, when we have there is because we're using into a singular noun or an uncountable noun. And when we used there are is because you're using or you're describing something exists and is plural. For example, here we have there is one book on the desk. One book and it's singular, or there is a book on the desk. This is still one book, yeah? And the other example is there are 3 books on the desk. It's because it's more than one book on the desk, yeah? The third example is there is some milk in the fridge. The word milk or the object milk is uncountable, yeah? So let's break it down further to understand it, yeah? Let's understand this topic a little farther. And it's because we have 2 groups here. The first one is the group that they are uncountable noun and the group that they are countable noun. So let's go with the first one, that they are uncountable nouns. So when you have uncountable nouns, it's because you cannot count individually, like liquids or materials, and you also use there is. For example, there is water in the bottle. There is sugar in the bowl. In those examples, we cannot say, or we never say sugars or waters. It's impossible because they don't have a plural form when we want to talk about in general system. Okay, the countable things or countable nouns is easier than the other one, because when you have things that are plural, just use there are. For example, there are 5 students in the classroom, or there are apples on the desk. It's very easy, yeah? Okay, here we have a practice time. Let's practice. Tell me which one is correct. The first one said, there is many cars on the street. There is many cars on the street. The second is, there are many cars on the street. Tell me your answer, which one is correct? Okay, I'm waiting for you. Yes. Okay, you're thinking, I'm thinking as well. Tell me. Okay, very good. Correct. The number 2 is the correct answer because the word car is in plural and is a plural object. So that's why you have to use, or for that reason, you have to use there are. Very good. Okay, this part is really important because we're going to know how to form questions using this topic. There is and there are. And let me tell you that it's easier because you only have to put the verb to be in the beginning of the sentence. Well, in the beginning of the question. For example, is there an apple on the table? You see that the verb to be is in the beginning? Yeah? Okay. The second question could be, are there any chairs in the classroom? Yes? Now you see that the verb to be is in the beginning of the sentence, or in this case, of the question. Okay, now in the case that you want to use the negative part of this topic, you only add the word not. For example, there is not car here. There are no bananas on the refrigerator. Okay guys, this is all for today, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit the button like and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. So this is all for today. Hope you like this video and see you next time. Bye bye. See you soon.